I will tell you the story of Luke today. Luke was a poor boy. He lived in a small broken house. The house was old and very cold. His family was very poor. They had little money and few things. Often they ate only a little food. Sometimes they had no food at all. Then they drank only warm tea. Luke had a father, a mother, a brother, and a sister. The family lived together in the small house. The rooms were small and simple. There was only a little furniture. Still, Luke felt safe there. They helped each other every day. They were a happy family, even when life was hard. In the evening, they sat together at the table. They talked and laughed together. This time was very lovely for Luke. Luke loved his family very much. His mother was kind and loving. She often spoke warm words to him when he was sad. His father worked very hard every day. He left for work early in the morning. Often he came home late. He wanted to help his family. He wanted to give them a better life. One day, everything changed. Luke's father became very ill. At first, the family thought he would soon feel better. But he did not get better. He could not work anymore. The family had great worries. The days became hard for them. They had no money for a doctor. His mother felt great fear because she did not know what would happen. Luke saw the worry in her eyes and felt very helpless. His mother was very worried because his father grew weaker. His father became weaker every single day. He often lay in bed and had no strength. Before he worked a lot, but now he could hardly stand. Luke saw his father every day. He often sat quietly beside the bed. Sometimes he held his dad's hand. He felt great fear because he did not know what would happen. One day his father died. That day was very hard for the family. The family was very sad. The house was silent and sad. Nobody spoke much that day. His mother cried every day. Luke also cried often, especially at night. They missed their father very much. Luke often remembered his father's words. Luke made a promise to his mother. He wanted to help her and his sister. He wanted to be strong for his family, even though he was young. His brother also wanted to help. The brothers wanted to work together and earn money. They often talked about their future. But one day his brother became ill. At first the family thought it was only a small illness. But his brother felt very weak. He could hardly stand anymore. They had no money for medicine. The family felt great fear because they could do nothing. Luke felt very helpless. He wanted to help, but he could do nothing. These days were very hard for him. Luke and his mother could only watch. They stood still beside the bed. His brother grew weaker every day. He could hardly speak. His voice was very soft. He was often very tired and slept a lot. Luke sometimes sat beside him. He hoped things would get better. Soon his brother also died. That moment was very hard. The house became very quiet. No one knew what to say. Luke felt very alone. His heart was full of sorrow. He often thought of the time with his brother. He cried every night. Sometimes he cried softly in bed so his mother would not hear. Yet his mother often heard him cry. She was also very sad. After his death, the family was even poorer. Life became even harder. Only the mother, Luke, and his sister remained. They now had to be strong alone. His mother worked very hard. She rose early in the morning, often before sunrise. She went from house to house. She cleaned homes for other people. She washed many clothes by hand. The water was often cold. Her hands often hurt. Sometimes her hands were red and tired. But she kept working. She wanted to provide for her children. She wanted to give them a small bit of hope. But the money was not enough. Life stayed very hard. Sometimes they had no food. Sometimes they ate only bread and drank tea. The family was often very hungry. Still, they tried to stay strong. Luke saw his tired mother. Her face was often very exhausted. That made him very sad. He did not want his mother to suffer so much. Luke wanted to help his mother. He wanted to be strong, even though he was still young. He said he would work hard. His voice sounded serious and determined. He wanted to be rich one day. He dreamed of a better life. He wanted a better life. He wanted to care for his mother. He also wanted to help his sister. His mother hugged him. She held him for a long time, as if to give him strength. She said she believes in him. Her words were full of love. She said he is a good boy. She was proud of him. She said, "Study English with great effort." She knew that education is important. She said, "Never give up." Her voice was calm and warm. Her words gave Luke hope. Luke felt new strength in his heart. He wanted to make his mother proud. Luke loved to study. Books made him happy. When he read, he forgot his worries for a moment. He studied at home every day. He often studied late in the evening, when the house was already quiet. Sometimes only a small lamp was burning. Still, Luke kept studying and did not give up. Luke read old books and learned English. The books were old and damaged. Some pages were already yellow, but they helped him a lot. He worked very hard every day. His life was full of work and study. He got up early in the morning. Often it was still dark outside. He never gave up. Sometimes he was very hungry. His stomach often hurt. Sometimes he thought only about food. But he kept working. He remembered his promise. This promise gave him strength. He wanted to stay strong. Luke found small jobs. He looked for work every day. Sometimes he walked long through the city. He cleaned the streets. He carried heavy bags. This work was very tiring. Sometimes he helped at the market. There he carried boxes and baskets. He worked in a factory. The factory was loud and dark. Big machines made much noise. Many people worked there. Everyone was tired after work. The work was very hard. His hands hurt. His hands were often cold. His fingers were sometimes sore. His back hurt. In the evening, his body was very tired. But he did not stop. He needed money for his family. His mother and sister needed help. He knew this every day. Sometimes Luke cried when he was alone. He sat quietly in his room. The room was small and simple. He felt sad and tired. His body was very exhausted. Yet his heart stayed strong. But he remembered his promise. This promise was very important to him. He wanted to make his mother proud. This thought gave him strength. Then he stood up again. He kept studying English. He learned new words every day. Sometimes he wrote the words on paper. This helped him learn them better. He wrote many words on paper. The small notes lay all over the table. This helped him learn the words better. He practiced speaking every day. Sometimes he spoke aloud alone when nobody was home. So his English became better each day. He wanted to be ready for every chance. He believed in a better future, even when life was hard. Luke had a friend named Anna. They grew up together. Even as children, they often played outside together. They laughed a lot and shared little secrets. Anna was kind and clever. She sometimes helped Luke with his studies. Sometimes she read with him from a book. Luke liked her very much. His heart was often with her. When he thought of her, he felt warmth inside. But Anna's family was not poor. Their house was big and lovely. The windows were bright and clean. They had money. They lived a good life without big worries. They wanted Anna to marry a rich man. They wanted safety for their daughter, thinking of the future. One day Anna's parents spoke with Luke. They looked at him seriously. Their voices were cool. They said he was too poor. They said he could not marry Anna. They said Anna needs a better life. Luke was very sad. His eyes became wet. His heart hurt. He loved Anna very much. She was very important to him. But he knew he was poor. His life was hard. He had nothing for her. No money and no house. Anna also cried. Her heart was full of pain. She loved Luke very much. But she obeyed her parents because she respected them. She did not want to disappoint her family. Luke felt very sad. His heart was broken. He lost his love because of poverty. This pain was very big. He felt very alone. The nights were very quiet. He cried many nights. But he did not give up. His promise gave him strength. Luke remembered his promise. He often thought of his mother. He also thought of his sister. They gave him strength each day when he was tired. He worked very hard every day. No day was easy for him. Still, he rose again each morning. One day a rich man came. He entered the big factory to see everything. Luke worked there every day. The machines were loud. The noise filled the whole hall. Many workers stood at the machines. They worked quickly and carefully. The rich man was called Mr. Miller. He owned the factory. He walked slowly through the hall. He looked at everything closely. He watched the workers at their jobs. Some workers hardly noticed him. Mr. Miller heard Luke speaking English. Luke spoke with a worker about a task. His words sounded clear and sure. Mr. Miller was very surprised. He stopped and listened. He asked who taught him English. Luke first felt nervous because the boss stood before him. Then he answered calmly. Luke said he learned alone. He studied every evening at home. Sometimes he studied late into the night. Mr. Miller was very impressed. He saw Luke was clever and hard-working. He also saw his strong will. Mr. Miller said Luke has great talent. His words made Luke happy and gave him new hope. He wanted to help Luke because he saw his talent. He gave Luke a better job. Luke was to work in the office. The office was quiet and clean, very different from the factory hall. There you heard no loud machines. Luke was very happy. His life began to change slowly. He worked as Mr. Miller's assistant. Every day he learned something new. He helped with many tasks. Sometimes he wrote letters. Sometimes he carried important papers. He learned many new things. He learned about companies and work. He slowly understood how a big company works. Luke worked very hard every day. He always came early to work. Often he was the first in the office. He often went home late. Even in the evening, he thought about his work. He always gave his best. Mr. Miller trusted Luke more each year. He saw that Luke was honest and diligent. Luke became an important employee. Many people in the office respected him. Many years passed slowly. Luke kept working very hard. He still thought about his goal. He wanted to make his family proud. Mr. Miller saw Luke was loyal and honest. He saw Luke learned very fast. Luke understood new tasks at once. Sometimes Mr. Miller gave him big responsibility. One day, Mr. Miller spoke with Luke. They sat together in the office. The sun shone through the window. Mr. Miller looked kindly at Luke. He said Luke is now ready. He should lead the company. He should become the head of the firm. Luke could not believe it. His heart beat very fast. His eyes grew wide with joy. He thanked Mr. Miller with great joy. Luke promised to work even harder. He wanted to be a good boss. He often thought of the hard times before. As boss, the company grew. The company got many new customers. More and more people heard about the firm. The company became very successful. Many people worked there. The factory became larger than before. Luke earned a lot of money. His life changed greatly. Now he had to make many decisions. But he stayed a simple man who remembered his roots. He remembered his promise. He often thought of his mother. He knew how much she had done for him. With his money, he bought a big house. The house was bright and beautiful. Large windows let in much light. It had many rooms. Each room was friendly and warm. He wanted to surprise his family. His mother knew nothing about it. One day he led her there. They walked together along the street. His mother asked where they were going. Luke only smiled and said nothing. Luke slowly opened the door. He said, "This is our new house." His mother and sister were very amazed. They saw the large rooms. Everything was new and clean. His mother and sister cried with joy. Their eyes were full of tears. They hugged Luke with deep love. They held him for a long time. They were very proud of him. Luke felt great warmth in his heart. Luke kept his promise. He became rich. But his heart stayed kind. He cared for his mother and sister. They now lived safe and calm. They no longer had to worry. He never forgot his hard life. The memories stayed in his heart. He often thought of poor children because he had once been poor. He remembered his hard childhood. He helped many poor children. He wanted to give them a better future. He gave them hope and help. He gave them books and food. Some children also received new clothes. He spoke with them often. He told them, "Never give up." His voice was calm and strong. The children listened carefully. "Work hard and believe in yourselves. You can reach your dreams." Many children listened to him. Some children smiled again. His words gave them courage. His mother looked at him with tears. Her eyes were full of pride. She was full of pride. She said she is very proud. Her voice was soft and warm. She said he is a good son. She said he has a big heart. Luke hugged his mother with love. He felt great thanks in his heart. He remembered hard times. The past was still near. Sometimes he thought of the small house. He remembered his promise. This promise changed his life. His sister hugged him too. She smiled happily. Her eyes shone with joy. She said he is the best brother. Luke smiled with joy. His heart was full of peace. He was very happy. His dream had come true. He kept his promise. He made his family proud. His path was hard, but he never gave up. He found success through hard work. Many people admired his courage. Luke never forgot his lessons. His past remained his teacher. It always reminded him of his beginnings. He always wanted to be kind. Kindness was very important to him. He knew how much a good word can help. He always helped other people. Many people received help from him. Some got jobs in his company. Others received support for their lives. He knew that life can be hard. He knew the pain of poverty. So he never forgot poor people. He wanted a better world, a world with more hope and chances. He used his money for families. He helped many poor families. Some families received new houses. Others received food and clothes. He built schools for poor children. Those children could learn there. They could learn to read and write. He gave scholarships to pupils, so they could keep learning. Some children could even study at university. He always remembered Mother's words. Those words were very important. They followed him all his life. Study English diligently and work hard. Never give up. These words guided his life. They gave him strength when he was tired. He taught these words to other people. Many people listened to him. His story gave them hope.